I'm not even done with this bang, and I still have another one to go. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. My heart rate? I'm fine. Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm great. I held it there for a couple of seconds, and I only felt one heartbeat. We're good.
All right. So your mom's phone call.
Oh yeah, no. She sent me like a cat ASMR thing.
Did you
she
send
was
her
like,
the turtle one? Is that why she sent you that?
sorry?
Did you send her the turtle ones? Is that why she sent you that?
No, my dad's just like my dad is really weird, especially when he's on the internet. He's a really smart guy, and he's really good at taking information from the internet and applying it to life, right? Like, you know how like, you can learn a bunch of things from YouTube, whatever. He's really good at that. He's really great at that. He can learn any skill that he needs from the internet.
Okay.
That's how he knows like most of the things that he knows now, right?
That's fair.
But then there's the other side of that where he'll just find the most random shit. So he just sent my stepmom, or him and my stepmom had like a whole moment of him like watching some like weird cat ASMR of them like of the cats like eating like raw liver and like just them
What
doing
the
their thing.
Fuck.
Yeah. They were just having a moment, and she thinks it's the funniest thing ever. And so they both were like, "You should watch this," whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's right.
And they were like, "Ha ha ha! You should watch this." Like, did you
were
watch
like,
it?
What the fuck?
And I told her that I watched it when I watched like 5 seconds of it, and I was like, "Yeah, that is really funny." But yeah, then the rest of it just ended up being like I made fun of my stepmom for like, I was like, "Oh, like I don't know if like my dad told you, but like this," and she's like, we never really talk about you." And then we had like a whole like self-aware kind of like conversation about that. I was like, well, it makes sense because it's really like self-centered of me to think that you guys talk about me all the time,
Yeah,
or
when
like
you're
give
gone.
each other like updates on me. And she was like, well, I mean, it's not that we don't. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not
It's not like I'm
bad.
offended.
Yeah, it's not that I'm offended.
It's not bothering you.
It doesn't bother me. And I was like, I know the conversations that you do have about me are not about how my life is going or whatever updates I give to each of you. It's more of like a retrospective, introspective conversation of how you guys did as parents.
Have you talked about the Titan thing with your parents?
The what?
The what?
The submarine that imploded recently, the Titan?
Oh, I thought you said the tiny thing.
Oh,
No, why? Why would I talk to
Because
them? What?
they thought of me when they heard that a 19-year-old died in the submarine.
Oh, no. If my mom's like
Did
that,
they-
not
oh,
my
yeah,
not my
yeah.
dad and my
That's what I'm saying, that
stepmom.
my mom does.
My
that.
grandma's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, my mom's like that. Whenever
Yeah.
she'll like text me every time she like sees an article on, oh yeah, these teenagers fucking died in a car crash or something, and she'll be like, oh my god, is that him? And I'm like, Mom, I don't have a car. How do I die in a car crash?
My
That could have been
grandma-
us.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know.
My grandma's, you guys just fucking reminded me of a repressed memory. My grandma, a couple of years back, sent me an article. No, she can't send me an article because she's too dumb to figure out the internet. But she told me that she read an article to not step on the white paint in a pedestrian crossing because she read that some kid stepped on that, slipped, hit his head on the concrete, and died. And I was like, what? She was like,
I won't find this.
don't step on the white paint. He slipped and died. And I was like,
That's
bruh.
just fate, man. That's fate.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. But to bring it back to the parent thing, there was a certain period where I just left my parents and I'm living with my roommates then. Like during that time when I went back to my parents' place, I start noticing that there's like bits and pieces that hint at, oh, life has been like going on perfectly usual without you there, and like they have moved on from you being in their life, and there's like a little bit of melancholy sadness there where you're kind of like, oh, they still have my stuff, but they keep it in a corner now where it's out of the way, it doesn't get in the way of life. Like my water cup that I drink from doesn't get like sit with the rest of the cups anymore. It gets shoved in a corner in the kitchen, and like there's a little bit of sadness there, but there's also a little bit of comfort going like, oh, my parents are fine without me, like nothing happens, they're living their life, I'm living my life.
I had like a similar thing with my parents, not in the sense where I was sad that life was going on without me, because my parents had me so young,
Yeah.
and because of like all the other stuff, like between like my biological dad and my biological mom, them separating all this stuff, it's kind of like hard to not think that my existence kind of really inconvenienced and interrupted their lives and took it in a completely different direction, right? At the end of the day, if you were to ask them, they're not going to say that because they found a different meaning through that. They found comfort in the life they created and the life that has, or the life that they have now had because of my existence. So me seeing that life goes on with them without me, right, was comforting for me because I was like, okay, great.
They
like,
moved on.
They
They're
moved
fine.
on.
I
They
didn't
can
fuck
now,
them up.
yeah, like, well, not even like I fucked them up. Like they can now do all the things that they wanted to do.
I ruined their life.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing. Of course, no parent will ever admit that, right? And like I said, of course, eventually, after 20 years or after however long, a parent will find like a new
Meaning and, like,
meaning.
stuff,
They'll
but-
find comfort in like, you know what? I created this person. I've molded them into the best person that they can be, and if I like them, then good on me. Like I did,
Right.
They found accomplishment in that. Especially if they were able to juggle the hardships that come with just life as a whole, just by itself without a kid, and also the hardships that come with just having a kid, having arguments with them, punishing them, teaching them really hard lessons, all that stuff. If they can get past all of that and they come out being like proud of the kid, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Then they're like, you know what? All of it was worth it because they found new meaning in just life. It took them in a different direction that they weren't expecting, which probably was refreshing, at a certain point.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
I don't like hold that. Like I'm not like, oh man, I feel so bad for, you guys not finishing college. But I do take that in a sense where like, okay, I don't want to have a kid because then that's gonna happen to me,
Yeah, definitely.
Or like I'm gonna choose when that kid's gonna fuck me up. You know what I mean?
Or at least like that the thing with the generation like gap, and also us being brought up by parents are not really like ready for us per se or expect us per se. I don't know how it is with you, Josh, because we don't usually talk about this sort of stuff. But at least for my dad, I was
Because your
also
parents still love each other.
because your parents get drunk with each other in the kitchen, talk about feelings and all that.
They got high with each other and stuff,
I'm not sure about that.
Well, at least they love each other. They care about each other. They could be in the same room and not kill each other.
It wasn't like that during my high school days, though.
Well, it's like that now.
Yeah, not anymore.
I think there's really interesting conversations with like our parents and like how their experience was bringing us up, because like I know for a fact that everyone here had some pretty turbulent time when they were like really young, like a baby.
Yeah.
Like whether that's surrounding them or not, I think there's a lot of stuff that happened during that
Well, I
time.
mean,
for you,
especially-
like
I got dropped as a baby.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
I did too.
So that my dad always tells me about that. So my
explains a lot.
parents lived. My dad was 19 when he had me, and my mom was 24, fresh out of college.
yeah, your parents are really young when they have you.
So then there's your mom's older than your dad, huh? That's interesting. Okay.
She's almost turning 50 next year.
When Bert learned that fat, Bert went, yeah. He was like, he smashed a 22, 20, 23, 21?
24.
24.
Yeah, he smashed a
Come on, man.
24-year-old. Yeah, he was
So-
having a good time.
My grandma lived on a 2-story building, and then they would just have like stone stairs going up, right? So just one morning, my dad was carrying me up those stairs. Slippery floor, since it's like pebbles. It's one of those stairs.
Is it like the stairs that have like the pebbles that it's like
It's like
concrete? It's like
pebbles and
pebbles,
then- yeah, it's like-
put together with concrete.
Yeah, it's one of
and then
those.
like there's like the spaces in between.
Yeah, it's one of those.
That's where also I got dropped.
Yeah, my dad tripped and then he dropped
Yeah, yeah.
me a little. And I was like, fuck. And he fell
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the stairs while trying to grab me.
Yeah. My mom always tells me how she hates those stairs because that's where she dropped me, kind of thing. So yeah, it was a good fucking time. Well, she didn't like drop me, but she slipped with me in
Yeah,
her
yeah,
arms,
that's what
kind of
happened.
thing. Yeah, so she didn't like straight up drop me, but like I was like whatever, So I got shit on. I think so.
There's a lot of hardships with me and my sisters.
Right. So
Yeah, because your parents had fucking 3 kids too.
yeah.
6 years apart.
All of them? Mm-hmm. All
I
of you
mean,
guys
that's
are
a
6
fair
years apart?
gap.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you being 22?
Yeah.
So 22, 16,
Yeah.
12 or
She's
10?
17. We're like 5-6 years apart, give or take, depending
That's
on like, the
interesting.
time of
That's a
year.
really
What's
big
the
gap.
is there a reason for that or it just happened that way?
It just happened.
That's interesting. Okay. Well, at least you guys don't have like a 20-year gap between any of them. I have an
Yeah.
18-year gap between my second to youngest sister and a 21-year difference between my youngest sister.
I know you guys who have siblings might like think about this differently, but
I honestly would probably have the same like what perspective am I gonna have against
he
like a
didn't really
5
grow
or 4?
up with having
Yeah.
siblings.
no. I'm saying this because I personally really wanted a sibling.
I did too. I wanted a sibling when I was younger. When I was like really young, I really wanted to have like a sister or a brother because I mean,
Yeah.
like as an only child, like it is pretty lonely after a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like if you have relatively strict parents.
Well, I guess you're kind of just an only child to begin with because
Yeah.
like when you have the 20-year age gap, there's no connection between like the two of you.
They're
Yeah.
like, it's an
three
entirely
of
separate
you.
family at this point for him.
Yeah.
100%. Especially since I see my family so infrequently. You know, like the last time I saw my little my second youngest
Yeah.
sister was my last birthday last year. You know, and then the time before that, I think it might have been Christmas, so that was another 8 months. So I see them so infrequently that it is pretty much like a different family to me. You know, there's not that much that closeness or anything like that. So I did pretty much grow up like as an only child.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I have step siblings who are older. Like I have an older step sibling who, like I said, older. She lived in Arizona for most, if not all my life. So I only saw her like once or twice. I still probably have only seen her
God.
less than 10 times, you know?
Your family's a whole can
My
of worms that
whole-
is
Yeah.
just
It's a can of worms. There's so much.
many complex relationships within
Well,
your family.
100%. What I was gonna say earlier, kind of dropping the whole sibling thing, and we can come back to it. Yeah, I think it would be a really interesting conversation because I don't really ever have conversations about my family with, like, not to put you in a category, Josh, but like with the family who. Because you don't have like step siblings or like half siblings or anything like that. You know, I don't really have conversations about that kind of relationship with somebody who has, you know, all biological family members and stuff. You know, because then I have 4 sides of family. You know, where like I have my mom, my dad's side of the family, and then I have my stepmom and my stepdad's side of the family.
Hey,
You know,
I'm sorry, before you list your entire family tree,
Go for it.
We need to move on because like
Yeah,
we're gonna get pretty late.
Saying too.
It's 22 minutes.
oh right, we should like
Yes,
say that
we
this is
should
the
intro.
episode
Hello, welcome
Holy
back to
fucking
Chucklefux. This is episode
5.
5.
5.
I'm
Eyes
Jay,
got so
and,
wide. Widest
with
I've ever
me
seen.
is-
Josh, I'm Josh.
I'm Eric.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, we can start the episode.
Holy shit.
Interesting
Make
conversation.
sure-
I might cut a chunk of it off, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think there's a bit where I would want to cut off too.
We gotta say where we're at. Follow us on Patreon,
Oh yeah, follow us on Patreon.
OnlyFans, Pornhub, Twitter,
Hey,
Instagram,
if you want to listen to-
YouTube, Spotify.
Eventually, we'll also be doing things on TikTok, I guess.
But hey, if you want to listen to the cut bit that we just mentioned, talking about our family and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you feel comfortable with that, keeping it and putting it on Patreon. But
that's
you can
fine,
follow
yeah.
us on, not follow us. You can join us on Patreon,
Yeah.
get a membership, and then you can get all of this uncut content.
Uncut content, exclusive
Early
content
access.
that we would have never, posted on stuff
that's
because we
a
were
little bit too
figuring it out.
spicy.
Yeah, too spicy, or just like we just didn't really know what we were doing. So, if you want to like experience what it's like for us to like not know what the fuck we're doing until like and see the difference between us then and us now, like Patreon,
Fantastic
And
stuff.
then, of course, we'll be adding other benefits and other tiers and stuff like that. But since you're supporting us so early on, you get all those benefits at tier 1. So,
And also, since you're going to be the first couple of people that actually join Patreon, You can always make some requests. We're sellouts. We'll do anything.
Oh
if you give us
yeah.
money.
Oh
It's a good
yeah.
time.
Give us some money and we'll fucking like fuck each other, dude. Like, don't even. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
for your OnlyFans.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, then I'm also thinking about having pretty much the same like benefits for OnlyFans, having it the same price and everything. Just have it a little spicy, be on different platforms, and then if you do want us to fuck each other, it'll be on OnlyFans.
I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't either, but look where we are.
Look, man, anyone didn't sign up for anything. As long as there's money, sign me up.
Very good.
We can sign up then. It's fine. We're total sellouts anyways.
Sign up then. Okay, so
I
let's
don't know
start
if
this
you
bitch.
remember this. It's been like a good couple of minutes since we last recorded.
What? Okay.
But last time when we cut off, you wanted to start and lead with a
did.
conversation
Uh-huh.
about cultural differences, about
Okay.
like butchering, killing,
Yeah.
food-related stuff.
So we're not gonna bring up what that is.
We'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
Do you want to bring up what that is now? That is being like a little shake fucking thing.
You've been eating it this whole time.
Let's do that, and then I
Yeah.
can always come back to that. So I'll remember.
Oh yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be good content, but I made a shake ? So it's meant to be like a really kind of weird yogurt thing. It's supposed to be cottage cheese. This is from TikTok, by the way. It's supposed to be cottage cheese. Just letting you know, this is what I'm leading with.
All right, here we
if
go.
It's fucked, don't blame me. Blame TikTok. So it's cottage cheese. It's honey.
What?
Right. No, right.
You good?
The Fruit Loop melting thing again.
Oh my god, you had that. Why are you still eating that?
I was like, ooh, ice cream.
He has
Ooh,
two bowls of it.
Yeah, I just, yeah.
Throw in the freezer.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's
dive in.
I don't know if you guys want a picture of it, but it's cottage cheese with honey, with
Yeah.
right? With peaches and also some undisclosed like ingredients in it that made it not
Spicy?
really great,
Okay.
But what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to taste like a yogurt thing.
Okay.
And it's supposed to not taste like cottage cheese,
Does
but
it
it
still?
100% still tastes like cottage
Yeah,
cheese.
I was gonna say, cottage cheese is strong.
I don't know. I have to rewatch that fucking video again, but
I've
apparently,
never had cottage cheese.
well, I mean,
Lactose intolerant.
yeah, you're lactose
Yeah.
intolerant, so that tracks.
Well, I mean, I always kind of just didn't really like the look of cottage cheese. It just looked like spoiled milk.
Yeah, it looks like curd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it just
straight
doesn't.
up is.
Yeah,
It
if
looks
it's like yeah,
sour cream.
But yeah,
it looks like sour cream gone bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never really
Worse
like
sour
got into
cream.
it. What's the flavor profile of like cottage cheese? Is it like yogurt, like a plain yogurt, or what is
it's like yogurt, but
Okay.
it's a little bit more savory.
sour? Like savory or sour?
Savory and sour. It has that fermented cheese taste.
That-
Yogurt doesn't.
It's why they use it in like rangoons.
Yeah.
Like more savory dishes.
Think of it like
Okay.
a mix between a cheese and a yogurt. It's basically like the yogurt version of cheese.
Okay,
So,
got
yeah.
it.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's weird.
That's, okay,
It's a
okay,
weird thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of it, but if it's like there, then it's there. And
right. Well, because
yeah, as
I've
is.
heard of people like having like cottage cheese like in the morning kind of thing as like a
Yeah.
as like a breakfast type of thing. So I mean,
it's not bad.
yeah. I don't know.
With like
I don't
enough
know.
sweetener, I wouldn't go for honey anymore because the recipe says honey, but I kind of figured that I don't like the taste of honey. It doesn't mix well with cottage cheese.
Okay.
But
That's-
probably like
that makes
sugar
sense.
or syrup with it will make it taste better.
Okay.
It just kind of
Interesting.
tastes like a yogurt.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, that sucked. No, I'm just kidding.
that was a trash ass topic.
Yeah, it really was. That's why I was like, I don't know if we want to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably would have gone better with the other bit that you were trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, I fabricated a whole thing. So the reason why I was burning sugar in the kitchen, right, fucking trying to start a fire, is because originally I wanted us to try all 3 different weird ice cream related thing. This was supposed to be similar to ice cream according to TikTok, right? So it's like a frozen yogurt sort of deal. And then you were supposed to get the lactate and Fruit Loop.
Fruit
and-
roll-ups.
Yeah,
Fruit
roll up.
roll-up.
Sorry about that. And you were supposed to try the vanilla Haagen-Dazs ice cream with caramel and also a little bit of soy sauce. That's
I haven't seen that one.
It's not
I've seen that
in
one.
any shorts. It's kind of like a Japanese thing. Apparently, they like want to put the soy sauce on vanilla flavored ice cream because it enhances the sweetness. It's not supposed to be a lot. It's supposed to be just a drizzle.
Huh.
So you were supposed to try that. You were supposed to try that, and I was supposed to try whatever the fuck this is. But change of plans. All that shit happened.
Well, I mean, like we did like 2 of the 3,
yeah. I mean, we did a couple of them,
Yeah, we did the fruit roll up thing last episode.
And this.
and the ice cream is a good time. So.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good like pick me up after the last episode. We were all kind of really bummed out about that.
Yeah, we were kind of bummed out about that.
It was just such a good conversation too.
was
And
a good
It was like it
conversation.
flowing. It started off kind of slow, right? But then it picked up naturally as we like got into it.
It was good. It was good.
Which I always feel really good about. Especially like
You want to naturally pick up the conversation with the culture thing?
yeah, let's do that. That wasn't really natural, but
Well, look, we try our best.
Do you want
Yeah.
a hard segue into the
You want-
Yeah, that's hard segue
let's hard segue into that.
Yeah, that's hard
Okay,
segue into it.
So what you were talking about last episode, right?
yeah.
Well, what you had mentioned was the whole, like butchering of animals and that normalty, right?
Yeah.
At least like in China,
Normality,
or at least like
but
with
yeah.
your family, right?
Yeah.
And how that's different here, how we just don't butcher our own animals.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because I'm gonna kind of make fun of vegans and vegetarians, right?
Sure.
But like, that's just the cycle of life. You know what I mean? All animals kill each other to eat each other for survival. Humans aren't any different. We were
Yeah.
gonna do that anyways,
Yeah.
but we've just automated it. You know what I mean? We just
Yeah.
made it more efficient. Of course, like we shouldn't do it with cruelty, which is fine. But I think the people that do get like all worked up about it are the people that just don't understand or haven't really experienced
Yeah.
the brutality of killing an animal and stuff like that. Of course, like
Yeah.
if every single family did it, right, it would be normal and it would be fine.
Yeah.
'Cause, like how many, like, I mean, of course, I don't know if you would know this because since you spent so much of your time in the U.S.
Yeah.
But how many vegetarians / vegans do you know that are in China?
So here's the thing. When I was growing up in
Okay.
the early 2000s, right?
Hold on, before you do that.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, veganism is a thing that's basically non-existent in China during the
Right.
time I grew up. Vegetarianism has always been a thing
Okay.
because that has a cultural significance because it's a Buddhist thing. If you're a Buddhist,
Yeah, it's a religious thing too.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
then that makes sense, though.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, all lives are equal. We're not trying to kill any lives, which is
Right.
essentially at the core values of being a vegan, anyways.
Right, right.
Not that I'm a vegan or know anything about the vegan community, but you know
Right.
that's one of the really important reasons why people
Right.
go for vegan. In terms of the normal society and like your normal Joe from China, that shit is non-existent.
The normal Joe, the normal Jing from
The,
China.
the normal Zhang from China. But
Zhang.
in recent years, with also the spread of social media and also like the globalization of our society, a lot more of that has started to appear in China as well.
Okay.
It's a little bit later. It's a couple step later than the West, but there are people that are starting to go vegan. There are people that are starting to go vegetarian. I don't know any personally, but they're doing it. Especially in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, the more liberated parts of Chinese speaking areas.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's a really weird transition because even the thing we talk about with butcher and the normality of that, right? When I went back to China 2019, right, that shit has dwindled by at least 60%.
Okay.
When I was growing up, that used to be
Normal.
the absolute normal thing,
Right.
right? I have vivid memories of us eating frog. Not a myth, it's a real thing. When we were eating frogs, my grandpa, who wanted to make as good of a dish as possible, wanted to get them fresh. So he would legit go to a street vendor who would have like a cage of live frogs at the side of the street, and he would skin that motherfucker and put them in a bag and like legit butcher the thing right in front of us to give it to us. And my grandpa would hold that thing in a plastic bag to bring home. And when I was walking next to him, that bag would still twitch and jump.
Right.
That's how like normal butchering of animal is for us when I was growing up.
Was your grandpa like, hey, Jaden, look at this, put salt on it, and you see them start dancing?
Bruh.
No, we never did that because, like, if it's a normal thing, you wouldn't just regularly fucking get a chicken and be like, hey, look at this, and then just peel the skin off, right? It's not something that's, like, amazing that you need to show off because it's just normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't happen as much anymore. One, those street vendors are chased off the streets. None of that happens anymore.
Is there a reason for that, or?
I think it's just the city trying to keep like a health and safety thing.
Okay.
And because those are really, really hard to track, especially if you're a street vendor and you don't have a license for any of that.
Yeah.
Those kind of get eliminated now.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of the things are starting to become what we know here, where you get the stuff from a market already pre-butchered, already pre-so-and-so.
Yeah.
The only leap is that most of their stuff is not like perfectly wrapped like ours in a supermarket is, right? And they still have markets, not just a supermarket, which is where you would see all that prepackaged stuff, right?
Yeah.
That culture is not entirely gone, where you would have a legit market where like legit butchers would hook up like bits of cuts of meat and they would like cut the bit for you and give it to you.
Okay.
You know?
Fair
In
enough.
rural parts of America, that still happens. It's like going to like a meat store or like a butcher store.
Yeah.
It's the same over there.
So I have no issue with like veganism or
Yeah.
vegetarianism. Like
Yeah, that's fine.
like by association, because my parents were vegetarian, I was
one
technically
point, yeah.
I was technically vegetarian for a long time, and I had no issues with it. And I don't have any issues with people being vegetarian or being vegan. It's just when you try to force those ideals on people is when it gets
Yeah.
kind of iffy. And then once you try to be like, oh man, it's cruel to kill animals, it's like it's cruel to kill animals in the way that we do because we just drug them up purposely just for the just for the
there's
purpose
also
of
a-
butchering them, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So doing it ethically is better,
They have
but
all natural like stuff now too.
Yeah, yeah.
With, like organic chicken and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Like
Right.
there's definitely a
a market
if not
for
a
that.
shift, then a different branch of like
Yeah.
trying to do things differently, right?
Yeah.
I always had like a really interesting thought about that. I wonder if in the future, like far, far future, if veganism and like being vegetarian is going to continue to be a thing that survived and like that it's passed on through generations and stuff, maybe like humanity would actually evolve and diverge into two paths, where there's the path that continues to eat meat and be omnivores, while the other path would eventually just be large enough and contain enough that they become herbivores that like kind of live together. You know, I wonder if that's a change that's eventually going to happen. But it's really interesting because like
Yeah.
Zootopia?
Zootopia? No,
seen it.
I know for a fact that in history of evolution, that's happened. Like pandas. Pandas used to be carnivores. They used to actually be predators. And then they shift to like, you know, herbivores and eating bamboos. And now they're fucking dying because they're dumb and they step on their babies. But
Right.
but yeah, I wonder if that's going to happen to humans. It's a fun time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of comes back to that, or like it goes to what's that one book that you were telling me about a while ago with like the aliens and stuff? You fucking love that thing. You love talking about it.
All tomorrow.
Yeah, where like the aliens like come and fuck us up and you know like make us into different creatures and stuff. I wonder if that would like naturally happen with all the different lifestyles that humans have, because there's like categories, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even in the book that I was telling you about, like the people that's traveled between the planets, they all technically became their own species over time,
Right.
Because different environment, you know,
Different environments,
Yeah, it's
different,
really
you know.
interesting to think about, and like the whole thing with organism to like diversifying and becoming different things. If you think about it, that's essentially what happened to us, because we all come from like the same organism, more or less, or the same type of organism.
I guess because
We
all
all
the
came
different
from the
races and
same
stuff.
fish.
Yeah, I mean, it's
What?
already happened, kind of.
What?
It's saying that we all came from the same fish.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's already happened. It's just that whether that branching specifically will happen to us as a species, I don't know. It's weird to think about.
I'm also interested to see the kind of effect that technology would have and like social media and things like that would have on us, like evolutionary wise, you know?
Have you guys seen that those posts of like gamers getting a dent in their head?
Yeah.
So funny.
Like have you seen like the models of like future
gamers are gonna look like it?
They have like fucking bumps on the top of their head.
Yeah,
they have
their
like huge
fingers are
fucking
all weird.
Yeah, they're all
Their wrists
spindly.
are like fucking
all
huge as
bent
hell.
backward.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
stomachs
It's
like
so
look like
weird.
beer bellies and stuff.
But I mean,
yeah.
it's happening. That's the thing.
I mean,
Because the dent is the first indicator.
I've heard that the dent on the forehead, or not the forehead, the top of the head thing is more of a skin thing, right? So it's just like
Right.
your skin being pushed down by the band, right?
headphones,
So if
yeah.
you like take it off and you don't do it, you don't have a headset
will
on,
return to
it'll
natural,
it'll
right?
go back to like
Yeah,
in a
I
couple of
getcha.
days kind
Well,
of thing.
also those extreme examples are of streamers whose job is to wear headphones like 8 hours a day.
yeah,
you know?
so well, I mean, I guess there's not really any difference between like a streamer who does that for that long and a gamer who does like who just
or
games
someone
for.
who works at a call center. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. So I guess there's really no difference. I don't know. Like it's kind of really hard to tell whether or not that's gonna. I don't know. I think in combination with how like automation is going with AI and like robots and all this stuff.
Or the other side of that I always think about when you mention like automation and AI, it's I think of Wall-E.
Wall-E?
Wall-E, where like the people become like
Wall-E?
Rari. You see that one shot of that one guy saying that his name's Ronnie or Ronnie, and they were like, "Are you that one Asian that can't say his R's?" He's like, "Yeah, Ronnie." Yeah, well, my name's Wani.
The one with Bobby Lee, right?
That's me.
Yeah, it was with Bobby Lee.
Yeah, that one.
Bad
Yeah.
Friends podcast. Yeah, that's a good one.
What's his
But-
podcast name?
Bad Friends.
I need to listen
I think
to
I'll
more.
check that out.
I need to
It'll
listen
be
to like
funny.
other podcasts. I mean, I'm kind of like falling behind on some of them, but
Yeah.
you know, I just need to catch up on them.
I think I should listen to more podcasts too, especially now we're doing podcasts. It would be good reference. You know, it's always a good
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
to consume a lot of the media that you are producing.
You're
you know?
yeah. Well, yeah,
that's-
just
that's
to like, because I don't think like either of us really completed our thoughts. I think we were like we've known each other, so we know what we're going for.
Oh, yeah,
So
please.
like what we mean by automation is that like at least where I was going, where is like people won't necessarily have to be working anymore, so they could spend more time at home, or they could do stuff like they can work from home more often, or like they'll have more creative outlets and stuff.
Yeah.
So they'll just have more time. Like, I mean, could essentially be just, you know, gaming or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it'll be more entertainment based than production based, you
Yeah.
know? So the more people spend time like virtually, the more time could be spent developing those quote unquote deformities kind of thing. Or
Yeah,
at
I
least like
guess
those
so. Evolution, I guess,
yeah.
changes.
I mean, of course that would like
It's only deformities to us now because it's different from us. That's why we call it deforming.
right, but
in
it's
the
really
future,
it'll
like,
technically be an
we are
adaptation,
deformed, right?
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's all perspective based.
and like this could totally be mundane because by the time that like the evolution could happen, our technology could change drastically. So
Drastically,
yeah, because like it takes forever in order for real like genetic adaptations to really take place, you know?
Yeah.
It takes
Thousands of
so many
generations, you know?
especially
Yeah.
because our lifespan is really long too compared to other animals.
Compared
Like,
to-
for
yeah.
insects, evolution happens in a couple of years because they go through so many generations.
Oh,
you know?
100%,
The,
yeah.
The really interesting thing about evolution too is that we think it takes a long time, but sometimes it doesn't. It only
Yeah.
depends on the life cycle of the animal,
Yeah.
which is really interesting. But that's
Right.
a whole different scientific thing to go into.
Yeah, and it would just be for us because we live so fucking long, unfortunately, that
Yeah.
you know it takes forever for us to evolve. You know,
As early as Joshua, your parents had you, like 19 years is still a long ass
19,
time.
yeah, it's a long
In
time.
the grand scheme of things, it's probably
Like
not
if you
that
think
long, but
about
still.
like the people like when our lifespan was like 30 years, like even
Oh, yeah.
then, that's still a long time. And we've been doing that for like we've been like that for how long? You know, at least like 1,000 years. You know.
If we were living in one of the ancient civilizations, we're probably nearing the end of our lifespan. Like,
We were like,
dying.
yeah, we're like, all right, I'm an old fucking man. Like, I'm dead in like 2 days. See y'all. You know.
We all probably went through like 4 wars already.
Oh yeah, 4 wars. We already have like 6 kids. You know,
like 2 plagues.
we already went bankrupt like 6 times.
Yeah. We would have a house.
we would have a house
like for ourselves.
Yeah, that, or even like we could also have just had property. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. But
We
I feel
could have
like
just
that's-
claimed the land and been like,
Yeah,
this is ours.
you could just like discover new land, claim it, and then that's yours. You know?
You know, it depends on where you live, I guess. Because like,
Yeah,
if you live
yeah.
in old Europe or Asia, I'm sorry, all the land's claimed.
Yeah, all land's like definitely
You're
claimed.
kind of fucked. You know?
Yeah, I know, 100%. But if you were like here during like the Wild West, you could just
Yeah,
go
you
to
could just
some
be like-
random place that's uninhabitable or like you can't really live and be like, you know what? I live
This
here.
is
I'm gonna
mine now.
make it so I can live here. You know, and then
Technically,
you live
can
there.
still do that now. You can just go into the Canadian wilderness and be like, I live here now. Like, no
I
one's
don't,
gonna.
no, I don't
who's gonna
think so. I
stop you?
think like they'd be like, oh yeah, this is technically like state protected forests
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
who's gonna send people out there to get rid of you? Like, bruh.
I think they would probably
think they
take.
would, yeah. State
How far up
officials.
north you go? And
No,
whether
I think
anybody
still-
knows about it because it's not like the patrol.
Well, yeah, if no one
area.
knows that you're there, then yeah.
Oh well, yeah. You, like that could be said anywhere if no one knows that you're there. But once they find out, they're gonna kick you out. You know? Yeah, unless you buy it or like, hey, like I want to live here. We're like, you want to buy it?
How
Okay,
much
cool.
is it? $2? I get that.
Is it $2 for? Oh, I own. I tell you guys. You guys already know this, but I own land in Ireland or Scotland. Scotland.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
own-
technically a
you own,
lord.
Like what, 2 feet?
Yeah,
square
it's
of
like
land?
2 square feet
so
of land or
fucking
something
funny.
like that.
Yeah.
I bought it
We
for
should
like.
go there one day and then.
I, should,
Just stand on it.
I do want to go there one day. And I'd be
No, you
like,
know what
This
I
is
own
my
that.
land right
Yeah.
here.
No, you know what you should do?
Fuck out of here.
You should go over there and you should fence it.
Lino's land.
Lino's land. This is my land. Fuck you guys. I go there. I like bring my guns. Like, I don't have guns, but like being the person from the United States that I am, go over there,
Being
bring
the
some guns,
American-
and we're like,
it's our
don't trade on
God-given
me,
right."
motherfucker. Get away from my Scottish
hilarious.
land.
That's fucking
Oi, laddie,
hilarious.
you're not supposed to have guns out
Oi,
here.
laddie. Get that fuck away from
It's
the
my
fucking land.
God-given
It's
right to
my
have a gun.
motherfucking land, Scotty.
It's my fucking land and my God-given right to have this gun here.
This is my God-given right to own this motherfucking piece of land.
Start conquering.
It's our conqueror.
That's how you
taking
start.
other
From the
people's
inside
land.
out.
Find out Scotland has oil.
It's your small part of
man.
land that has oil.
All right, so I think we're going to a new topic, yeah?
Sure. What would you like to go
You
to?
want a hard segue into a different you have a note?
I have lots of notes.
Let's do one of your notes.
Fantastic.
Do you want to do one of your notes, Josh?
Yeah,
Do you have any notes?
Not that much.
Well, what are your notes? Let's hear. Let's compare notes and then we can see which one we want to jump into.
Betraying my friends in Minecraft.
Okay, that's a good one.
I thought we could
Is that
go
it?
one by one.
Sure. We can go one by one. So do
was
you
good.
want one of my more thought out notes or one of my side notes?
Side notes.
Sure. We have Waka car spill or the spicy water incident when we went to see the movie. I wanted to talk about that for a quick second.
That was a shit show.
That was a shit show.
It's so funny though.
I mean, that one's gonna be short because we were all there for it. So we're not
Okay,
telling
let's
anyone
talk
anything.
about that real quick. I mean, we're already pretty much done
done
with
with
it.
that, Josh?
And
Yeah.
then we'll go to your thing, Josh. Yeah.
Sure. We got really excited when we were gonna go watch the new Across the Spider-Verse movie, and we went, all 3 of us, the Chucklefux gang. We
Yeah.
decided to go, and on the way there, we got way too excited, and for some reason, I don't know why we do it. Every time we go see a movie, especially with Eric, we always decide to sneak basically half the convenience store into like the actual movies, right? And we always try to hide it. We look like the most deformed motherfuckers that's like dressed in tinfoil coats, you know? Like
You
just
look like 2 kids stacked up on top of each other.
pretty
With, like-
much.
Yeah.
Like,
Instead of vertical, it's horizontal.
yeah. You look like a cross when you walk in.
Oh, wait, Eric, did I show you that I don't think I shown Eric that video where the guy snuck in a whole plate of dinner to a movie theater.
Oh yeah, you should show him that
I don't
video.
think I've seen that specific
Okay.
video, but I've seen people do that before. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that in post or after we're talking about this topic.
Yeah.
But
Let me search it up first.
every time we go, right, we sneak in successfully, not because we were any good at disguising it, because they
Don't
literally
give a
employ
fuck.
teenagers don't give a fuck about anything.
Oh,
so they just
yeah.
let us go, like walking with our chip bags crunching behind us.
I could have been
Now-
a fucking terrorist, and they would have no
Yeah,
idea.
honestly, they would have just been like, good, I don't have to go to work tomorrow, right? So, in all of the stuff that we decided to brought in, we also decided to bring vodka into
Yeah.
the movies, and the way we choose to do it is obviously through water bottles. So we're bringing bottles of vodka that looks like water, and I fucked up because when we got water, I got the type of water bottle that doesn't have a screw-on lid. It's the type that has
Well, to be fair, how would you even known that without opening the thing yourself? You know what I mean?
it's a
So-
whole like plastic wrap thing. I just want to
Yeah.
get small bottles. Turns out
Yeah.
those are squeezy bottles, and they're not supposed to be open.
Yeah.
So like we spend how much time did we spend on it? It must
Well,
have
we
been, like,
spent, like, the
30
entire-
minutes.
It's the whole car ride there.
whole
it's
car
like
ride.
20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
there.
20 to 30 minutes trying
Yeah.
to open this one like water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at some point, because we were so hell-bent on like doing this thing, we only got one bottle, by the way. Didn't have time to do anything else.
Yeah. We were also late, by the way. We were like late by
We were
like maybe
really late
10
for the
minutes or
movies.
something
We
like
were
that.
No, it's like 5 minutes late. Honestly, we weren't that late.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't too late. Actually, yeah, I think we were like 5 minutes late.
In our sheer panic and in the most chaotic car ride, like 20, 30 minutes car ride that I have ever driven for, Eric, in all of this panic, right, squeezed the bottle a little bit too hard.
Well,
and
okay.
because of
So we spent most of the time trying to
you
open the
want
water
to
bottle.
go for this bit because
Yeah.
since you were the one doing it, I was the one driving.
So
Found
yeah,
it.
sorry, you found the one that you're looking
Yeah.
for. Very good. Let me explain this bit, and then you'll show me this. Yeah. So Jay was driving, so he couldn't really help me at least all that much. At least like he tried to when we were at the stop signs, but all the other times I was trying to get the bottle out or the top off of the bottle. Because this isn't a screw top, you can't just, of course, screw it off. So I had to like rip the thing off, right? But since it's like it was, I don't know, the top was just so tough to get off because it was like a thicker plastic. So it wasn't like one of those where you could just like peel it off or like hopefully that like it'll squeeze off or whatever, right? So it was really tough to get off. Eventually, after 15 minutes of trying to like take it off, we figured it out. We got like a knife in there, fucking like just pried it out. And then I eventually was able to get the vodka into the bottle, right? And then came the issue of trying to put the top back onto the bottle, which I was like, okay, this is gonna be easy. But then I didn't think about how hard it was to take the top off. So of course it's gonna be just as hard to put the top back on. So me being like a big dude, like I can't really, I'm not gentle, right? And so I was trying to put the top back on without squeezing it, right? But like how the fuck am I gonna do
I
that,
think it's so funny too because the entire time, like the conversation, if I were to simulate it, would be like, okay, push it, don't squeeze the bottle. Push it, don't. How do I do that? I can't hold a bottle and not push at the same time.
He was like telling me to do that, right? And I was like, how the fuck do I get a good grip on this thing without squeezing it, right? And then he was like, just push a little harder. I pushed it a little harder. I have a picture of this and I'll put this on social media, right? But I fucking squeezed the bottle, of course, and we had vodka like all over the fucking car. It got all over the windshield, all over the dash, all over me. I had like almost like the front part of my shirt and the front part of my pants, making it look like I pissed myself, was all covered in vodka. So I had to refill some of the vodka up, and then I just kept going for it. And like almost at the last second before we got there, I figured it out, and we objective achieved. But holy fucking shit, dude, that was a shit show.
Drinking the vodka.
Oh yeah, not at all.
anything.
all that effort, and we got maybe like a fourth through the bottle. Which, if you see the picture on social media, you'll understand how sad that is. You know,
I think
like-
you guys finished it.
no, we like got like
didn't
half.
finish it.
We might not have gotten a quarter. It was like halfway through or something like that, and I don't like it was.
Honestly, Spider-Verse was so good that I didn't even bother drinking and looking for it.
I mean, it's also like the bottle, since they were the squeeze bottles, you know, like, of course, yeah, like, great, we got the vodka in, but how the fuck are we gonna get the vodka into another bottle that has the squeeze top in there? You know, like, how are we gonna get the bottle in there without like getting the vodka all over ourselves and into the bottle? You know what I mean? It was just, it was so much effort for little reward, and like, yeah. So
that's fucking hilarious.
but let's see this the thing you're trying to show us. So we're watching a video.
Course meal in the movie theater. What is wrong with you?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Wow. He could have just stuck in his.
himself.
What the? What movie theater is this? Why is it so
You
bright?
showed it. It was Southgate.
Oh, Southgate? This movie theater is so bright. What the fuck?
Did he throw away the
plate.
Yeah.
He threw the whole plate away. What a dude.
Yeah, we should
that's
do that next
hilarious.
time.
That's hella
that.
funny.
What's a good whole meal that we should bring?
We should, you know what? Okay, this Thanksgiving.
Oh, next Spider-Verse movie.
Is that supposed to come out? Come
Next
out
year,
on
next year.
Next year, like
should
around
get-
Thanksgiving, or
Nah,
just?
sadly.
We should
Oh,
get a
okay.
wig
like in
and a
March.
turkey in there. We should get a wig and be one of us be pregnant. Just
What
bring
the
the
f-
whole turkey in there.
I was kind of honestly thinking, I was like, how the fuck is he gonna? Can you send that video to me, by the way? Like the link. I was like, how the fuck is he gonna wrap that up? But I guess like with enough like
Saran
wrap,
wrap?
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
saran
it works.
can
You
do
know.
it. Oh, that's good. I think this is a good time to end.
Is it?
What? How
Have you-
far? How far are we?
An hour.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, we're.
Oh,
it's
I
an
guess
hour.
if we're including the first.
Oh yeah, I
beginning
guess
part,
we did go. Really
I thought we were
long
doing
for the intro.
pleasantries. Yeah.
Oh, we did 20 minutes presentry. You guys want to
No,
go
I
a
don't
little
really,
long for this?
I don't really mind if we put that in there as well. Like, I mean, it's good
That's
conversation.
fine.
It is good conversation.
Yeah.
We at least eventually, like, you know,
We had some
Start the
pretty good
episode.
conversation this session. I don't know
Yeah.
what came over as we talked about some pretty good stuff.
oh, we need yours. We
That's
need
right.
Your,
Me betraying
your
my
Minecraft.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Betraying your
Uh,
friends in Minecraft as in us. What's
No, this
happening?
was like in middle school.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is
Go for
before I met both of you guys.
Okay.
Let's just say before the word simp was invented, I was the biggest simp back then. So,
Hold on. Can I just hold on? Let me remind you though.
what was that?
Let's move on from it.
You know what? Let's all agree to let that go. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, so you were the
So-
biggest simp in middle school and now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when like Minecraft first started, it was like what?
Did you have a Minecraft girlfriend?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh.
Yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Wait, okay, after you're done with this story, can you see if you can find her and see what she looks like now?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Did you ever like know her in real life or have any kind of like actual like contact outside of Minecraft with her?
I had her Skype account,
Did you even?
and then we talked on
were you-
there.
Did you see her face?
Probably like at the time, yeah. She was like the same age as me.
Okay.
Oh, so she was an actual girl. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go
So,
ahead.
me and my friends at the time, they invited me onto this like the faction-based server because
Oh, I see where this
that
is
was a
going.
big thing at the time.
And these are your friends like in real life?
Yeah.
Like real-
Well, I don't talk to
IRL
them anymore,
friends.
but yeah, at the time
Right,
I knew
right.
them.
Look
Fair
at you go, fucking cutting off toxic relationship as a middle schooler. Let's go, Josh. You
Yeah.
go, man.
You know who the person is?
Do I?
Yeah. Want me to say the name and then you bleep it out?
No, don't bleep it out. Dox this motherfucker.
Say the name, but replace the first syllable with gay.
Oh, so Gaiden.
That's you. Oh man. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. You don't know this guy, but yeah.
It's a high school friend.
Gaiden.
Or I don't.
Gaiden? London?
Yeah, but I was like really good friends with him at the time.
Yeah,
Not
that's
anymore.
He changed a lot. He was kind of an asshole in high school.
Is he now a
fair.
she?
Everyone was kind of an asshole in high school. But keep
Well,
going.
everyone hated him. Remember?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's this chick on that server. I don't remember her name. I don't remember much from that server. That's the thing.
Dox that bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
They treated me like shit, and then we were in this giant little fort.
Okay.
I became friends with that girl.
I'm sorry.
She was on the.
I promise not to let things go. You just said giant little fort, but keep going.
Oh,
Please.
did I?
Sorry for interrupting.
Giant walled off fort.
How do you fuck that up?
On the
That's
faction
hilarious.
server, you can claim land, and then
Right, then you can build on it.
those are fun.
and
Yeah.
then but other factions can't build in on that land unless you give them permission.
Yeah.
And since I was like, I had a thing with this girl at the time.
Ooh, a thing.
They got an insider in the base.
Oh,
And then-
shit.
They're like, your friends are assholes. Want to join us, and then we'll blow up their base, and then you can keep like half of the resources. I was like,
Oh, shit.
oh yeah, fuck yeah. So then one day when I just like left that server for like a good bit because like family trip,
Yeah.
I come back to like where I last spawned, whole base gone, destroyed, leveled out, and they're like, "Oh hey, you're back!" They're like, "Hey, come to our base, and then we'll hook you up with all the stuff that we got."
So I'm gonna ask you about this Minecraft girlfriend that you've had. How did that end?
We just stopped
Ghosted each
talking.
other? You
Yeah,
just stopped? Okay.
like after high school because we both. That's
Oh,
like,
So you
After
whoa,
high
whoa,
no, not after high school.
hold
I mean
on.
after middle school, like before high school.
Oh, okay.
Because
I
that's
was
like
gonna
during
be
the time-
Damn,
Yeah.
son.
That's when everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna mature and stop
Everyone's
playing video
changed.
games."
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, whoa,
But
whoa.
I
Yeah.
talked to her like off and on like throughout
That's
those
fair.
3 years.
That's fair.
You should find her on Skype again.
You should message her on her old Skype account and see what happens. Hit her up.
You
Be
should
like,
try
hey,
finding
what
her and
up?
see if you can find a picture of her. Was she pretty? In terms of like
Oh yeah,
From
for
what you can
middle
remember?
schooler, yeah.
for middle school? Fair enough.
For
okay.
middle school me, yeah.
But what about
Eric,
you
you
now?
know all about middle school.
Uh,
Like, how's that going?
What?
I don't know what bit I was going with that. I was trying
What?
to make a pedophile joke, but let's worry about that later.
What?
I fucked up.
What?
I fucked up.
What? Where were you going?
He was also making a pedophile joke.
Was he?
What? No.
Because
he
you're
wasn't.
asking me like how you think of her now.
Well, I'm saying
nah,
like
nah.
like to your standards now.
Well, I wouldn't date a middle schooler.
No, what I'm saying. Okay, no. What I'm saying is like.
Sorry, guys.
So,
This
like,
went over your place. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this went really weird.
I'm sorry,
Like, okay,
I went over your
I had a
place.
couple. I had multiple. I had several girlfriends in middle school.
Oh,
Right.
fuck. Here we go. All right.
Well. So in middle school, I was like, bro, this shit's so hot. But me now, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? She was busted as fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I just wanted ass. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
You
I'm
know
not
what?
saying like,
I
would you?
think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
because
yeah, I'm
there's
like-
there's celebrity crush like that I had when I was really young too. That now I look back, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
not
what
saying
the hell is
like
happening?
like if you now was in front of like middle school, like would you fuck the shit out of her? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like in terms of like your
My
tastes
taste.
now, right? Would you still
Yeah,
like if she had the same? Like if you just scaled her up to,
Yeah.
an adult, right, and she still had all the same qualities, right? Would you consider her pretty or hot now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this also goes into my next topic about long distance relationships.
Hold on, I want to take a break from what just the fuck just happened there, right? Like, holy shit, dog!
did we-
Like, I need to just like take a second to what the fuck just happened there, right? I was just asking, like, hey, like, do you think that she's still pretty? Like, not like in a pedophilic type of way, you know? Like, holy fuck, that went so like, whoa. Oh man. Okay.
Hard segueing to the next topic about long distance relationships.
Is it the same girl?
Yeah, same girl.
Okay,
because
cool. Go
she
for
was
it.
from Russia.
What? She spoke English?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you sure she was from Russia?
Hold it. Let me get back to the mic first before I fucking Okay, keep going.
Come
She's
back
from
in. He's
Russia?
back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she's
All right,
from Russia.
and we're back. Just kidding.
Spill the fucking tea. Damn.
I'm trying to know about middle school Josh's love life. This is the only.
Yeah.
It's the only love life I could talk about with you.
Also, because she's from Russia, this seems like a way more interesting love life than I ever had in middle school. What the fuck is happening?
Yo, I totally forgot about something that like. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Since I had her Skype, I still had that confirmation since she had that, what's it called?
Yeah, like the
dialect.
location or whatever, or what?
Yeah, she had the location and then the,
Oh, okay.
what's it called? The accent.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not much to add on that. It's just that I wanted to mention that part as well. Like, well, how you guys feel about long distance relationships?
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Especially like across the world ones.
okay. So
Whoa.
I got something for this.
No
So this goes
experience with
directly
that.
into what I was like. What I
Okay, yeah,
got
go
reminded
for it,
of.
go for it, please.
I had a real big. I was just a real big piece of shit. Like especially during high school, I was just talking to like just chicks just because I could. Right. I'm trying to like. I'm trying to find a way to word this without trying to sound like I'm like, oh, I was talking to so many chicks.
Yeah, man, I talked to chicks too in high school. You see me talking about it.
Well, what I'm
sorry.
saying,
I
like,
have to pause and fucking talk about that pause. I'm not even gonna cut that out because it's not because it's an audio pause. It's because it's a physical pause. Like him himself as a person went on pause. He stopped. He was looking the same direction. It didn't even look like he was breathing for like 5 seconds.
well, I mean, like I was trying to process how to, because like I mean, I could just say it just the way it's coming out of my head, but that could so very easily just sound like such a douchish thing to say, right? Because like the way I was gonna say it, I was like, oh yeah, like straight up, like because I was a piece of shit. I had like a list of like girls that I was talking to because my friends would ask me who I'm talking to at the moment, right? So then I would just send a list to them, be like, hey, here's everyone I'm talking to, so that you know, right?
That sounds kind of sad, honestly.
Well, I mean, no, it was like to keep track and be like, okay, cool. So I'm talking to this chick, and this chick, right? And that was just it, right? Like it was mainly just for bragging rights because I was just a piece of shit like that, right? So
Yeah, that's kind of douchey, actually.
well, that's why I'm saying I was trying to figure out a way to say that wasn't douchey, but I mean, it's just a douchey thing to do. And there was this, I have no fucking clue how I started talking to this girl. I have no idea how it happened, but I started talking to this girl from Argentina,
Okay.
and she was around the same age as me. And there's no real like attraction there. I was just like, oh, that's kind of interesting. She's from Argentina.
Right.
Like, let's do this.
Wait,
Let's
like
talk.
she transferred in, or
No.
Like-
She still lived in Argentina.
Oh, so you-
and I was like Snapchatting her kind of thing.
Ah.
Yeah. Honestly, retrospectively, she might have been a dude, but right?
Skip past that part real quick.
Well, like I mean, she's kind of busted, but you know, I mean, honestly, there's really nothing for me to add there. Like,
That's it?
Sorry.
That's it?
Kind of. I mean, there's nothing really interesting there. I didn't like have very like meaningful conversation ever.
Okay.
That's all it really was there. I didn't like. That's it.
should we
Cool.
finish?
Yeah, I mean, with that segue
I
into the
dropped the
wall,
I
let's
dropped
fucking
the
go
fucking
for
ball
it.
there.
Yeah, you dropped
I
the ball
dropped the
really hard.
fucking ball there. I just outed myself as an absolute fucking douche. Like, just told you guys about me talking to some chick in
And
Argentina that
almost
was
getting human traffic from the
almost
sounds
getting
of it.
human trafficked by someone who might have been a dude. You know, like yeah.
All of that after that full 5 second of processing.
Holy
That was
shit, man.
not worth it.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I might ask to get that cut, but you know,
No. Keep it in. Keep it
oh,
in.
fuck. I mean, I don't really care, but like, it is what it is.
All right. Before we end, shout out to whoever that person was in my middle school years.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
Minecraft name was Flareby36. It still is just Flareby nowadays.
Did you just dox yourself?
What? No, I'm not giving my address.
Do you want me to bleep that out? Do you want me to bleep Flair by?
I'm gonna put my address on the bio.
I just had a moment there. I was like, damn, he was really going for it. But yeah,
I
go
guess.
for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also public, so.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Please, end it. Kill it.
All right.
Kill the episode.
Thank you all for listening to episode 5 of the Chucklefux podcast.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter at Chucklefux Pod.
Yeah, if you want to see any of our visuals, please go follow us on our media.
Like the
100%.
water bottle.
See the most interesting picture of a vodka bottle that doesn't even look like a vodka bottle. It just looks like a water bottle filled with water.
See the most interesting backstory for a spilled water bottle.
Most interesting is kind of a stretch, but I'll let it go. And then feel free to try to join us on Discord, you know.
Yeah,
We would love
Discord.
to start building a community because, you know, like as much as we like having conversation with each other, we wouldn't really mind, you know, starting a community and starting to, you know, bring in your guys' ideas or your guys' input. And maybe even having conversations with you guys too, you know what I mean? Or at least getting you guys involved in what we, in like the conversations we'd like to start.
We're a conversation horse. Let's go.
Yeah. We think we're interesting enough that we can start a podcast and it'll be good. Yeah.
We're gonna run out of topics so fast.
What?
What happened?
Keep on going.
Kill the episode. Kill the
Okay,
episode.
we're done. Bye. Stop. Jake, click at the fucking thing.